Hello, erigibo.com, and today I'm going to tell you the 5 typical excuses people are using not to tell the truth. Let's start. As you see, I'm just like here, no gel on my mustache, my pyjama shirt, and I wanted to do something really close, really intimate, and to speak about the truth, the reality, to be honest with you. And I thought it was important to be like this, just myself, no hair like this, no nice shirt, just simple. So there are many people that actually tell you excuses to justify, to hide the truth. And this is what we're going to speak about. I'm going to speak about 5 examples of what people are saying and what it really means. And I'll put a bonus one, a 6th excuse. And I think it's important. I'm going to start with that one. Well, as I was telling you, I wanted something to be direct, very honest, really myself, to speak about something as important as reality and truth. Well, this is a lie. This is a complete lie. I was in bed and I thought, I'm going to record such video. And I thought, wow, I'm too lazy. I have to put gel in my mustache, I put different shirt, set the right lighting. I'll be myself, and that would be a perfect example of what is people telling bullshit. Sorry, just to make you think they tell the truth, but it's a pure lie. I was too lazy, and that's it. And what's important, and this is not a lie, what's important about this video is to what I'm going to say. So the message was more important than the way I look. But this is the typical thing people tell you to hide the truth. So let's start with the first one. The first one, I saw a meme on Facebook, and it was a Batman and Robin was saying, I use only natural light because I think it's more, and you see Batman that hits his face, like slap his face and says, come on, be honest, just say you cannot use flashes. And that's true. There's so many people telling, oh no, I just like natural light, I do photography just with natural light, I don't like flashes and all that. And this is bullshit. They just don't know how to use flash units. They don't know, one flash is hard for them, so imagine 2 or 3, it's very complicated for them. So they just say that because it's easier for them to do just natural light. They don't have to set up any flash, and that's it. So it's true there are many people that can use flashes and they do prefer natural light, obviously. But really, I think a photographer should know how to use both and decide, depends on the work he has to do. Obviously, if you do just one kind of picture and just one style, maybe you will favor natural or just flash or just natural. But if you do several kind of work, it's almost impossible. You can say, I use only natural light or I use only flashes. So this is the typical bullshit we're hearing. That they say, I prefer natural light. The truth is, they don't know how to use flashes. That's it. Second excuse. Oh, I never retouch skins because I prefer women to look natural, exactly the way they are. And I feel they don't look artificial. They look really genuine. Stop that crap. You do not know how to retouch skins. I'm going to tell you one thing. When we were doing analog photography, the dynamic range was a lot more important than digital photography. It's like slide, you know. And in digital photography, the dynamic range is so short that if there is a wrinkle and the part is darker, in your picture it will look even darker than in reality. It means that if you don't retouch anything and your lighting is not really well lit, that person will look a lot worse than when she looks at her in the mirror at home or in the bathroom. So obviously, if you think she's going to be happy to look natural, she's not going to be happy at all. Why? Because she's spending money on creams and anti-wrinkle and I don't know what, and you give her some picture and she looks worse than in a mirror. Obviously that's no good. Obviously that's no good. So learn, you must learn how to retouch skins to bring at least at the same level as reality. I don't say you have to do porcelain and like it look like a mug instead of skin, you know. I don't say that, but at least it should look the same as reality, not less. If you stay shorter, that person will be depressed. She's gonna think, oh, am I that wrinkled? Maybe the lighting in my bathroom shows me better than I really are, and when I go out of my house, people see me wrinkled as that, and she's going to be completely depressed. So stop using this excuse. Learn how to retouch skin, the minimum you need to bring that person back to reality. Okay? Third excuse. I break the rules because it helps my creativity. I'm more artistic, I'm more this, I'm more that, and blah, 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 blah. I put you a video about breaking rules. Honestly, if you're driving and you pass a traffic light and the policeman stops you and says, excuse me, sir, but the traffic light was in red and you passed by. What? Eh? What do you mean? Excuse me, what do you have to do if it's in red? No clue. So you didn't break any rules, you basically don't know the traffic rules. But if you say, yes sir, actually I should have stopped because it was red, but I'm getting late to somewhere, or I have to go urgently to hospital, so I decided to break the rule, the traffic light rule, and go and pass by without stopping. Yes, then you know the rule and you decided to break that rule. This is honest and this is true. But I see many people, when they say, look at the picture, say, what do you think? Well, yeah, but anyway, I break the rules always. I say, oh yeah, do you break the rules really? Yeah. And here, what do you think other people would have used, what rule they would have used for that picture? Well, I don't know. And so what did you break? What is the rule you actually you've actually broken? Well, not sure. So you don't break anything, you just don't know the rules. I don't say you have to break or not to break the rules. I just say, if you use that sentence, don't lie. Say, I don't follow any rules because I don't know any, and that's it, no problem. But don't come up with that bullshit that you break the rules. You're not breaking anything, you just don't know them. That's it. The fourth excuse is like a double one. The one is the person that says, I don't pay for professional models, or I don't pay for photography tuition, because I think if you pay for a model, she doesn't get involved. It could be a guy, but it could be a guy. So she doesn't get involved as much because she doesn't actually love photography. For her, it's just a work. It's not really. It's not. She doesn't do it the same way. Or no, if I pay for a photographer to teach me photography, then maybe he won't tell me all the truth because he's afraid I do him some competition or whatever. Come on, be honest. Say you do not want to pay, or you don't have the money for paying. Because obviously, if you use a professional model, not only she's going to pose properly, but she's going to teach you also, even if she's not a photographer, she's going to teach you many things, like probably how to direct modeling. She will give you a few tips on how she would like to be explained, or explain the pose. She will show you basic poses. She will explain many things, and she will tell you, well, I do this or for that. So if they contract someone for a movie, do they look for actors that are not getting paid because they get more involved? Come on, stop that. That's not true. Obviously, if you deal with a professional and honest person, they will always give you more than someone who has no clue. You probably, in one shooting with a professional model, true professional model, you will probably learn more than with 50 models that they've never posed before. Just because, not because they're bad, just because they don't know, and as you don't know either, you had two persons together and none of them know what to do, so it doesn't work. That's simple. And regarding intuition, obviously, there are some photographers that do the workshop and they have no idea of what they're speaking about. But if this is a serious professional photographer, it's for that. I mean, it's the same as telling we should not pay university teachers because they don't get involved the same way. obviously they do get involved and speak about their topic and about what they have to speak about. And a true professional photographer, if you pay him to teach you photography, he will tell you what you need to learn and will help you, and you will probably save a lot of money and time, because maybe you would have been to several places to make pictures and they would not be good. But with a professional, you'll go once, explain what to do, and then after you know how to do it yourself, or at least you have the basis to keep learning yourself. So be honest, just say you don't have the money, or you don't want to pay, but don't say they don't get involved, because that's not true. And the fifth excuse, this is a wonderful excuse, this is the one I read and hear and they contact me a lot, is on Facebook groups very often, or Flickr, whatever. You see a picture of a camera, small circle around a button, say, what is that button for? I've been looking everywhere, I've read everything, and I don't see any information about this button. What is it for? Well, if you tell me you don't know what the fourth line in the fifth menu below the under menu of this, or whatever, you don't understand what it is for, I believe you, because there are some cameras that are really complicated. But a button that appears on the camera, this is all documented in your manual. So be honest, say, I am too lazy to search in the manual, to read the manual, and to know what this button is for. Or I've never bothered to download the PDF manual from the maker of the camera, and I never read it, and I don't know what is this button for. Be honest, say that. Don't just say you could not find any information, because that's not true. Because if you speak about a button on the camera, it is documented in the manual, always. What's happened in the menus, probably also, but maybe it's harder to find. But a button, come on. Well, this is a typical excuse. Well, I hope you like this video. I hope it made you laugh a bit, because it made me laugh to think about it. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button down here, a small bell. If you click on it, you'll get notified when I upload a new video. My website, erigibo.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below or send me an email to info@erigibo.com. And below, I also put a link of my gear on Amazon, and also links to other parts of my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye.